Class 12, we have come to the end of the chapter, that is organizing. We are only left with the last two concepts which are very important, that is delegation of authority and decentralization of authority. I will be starting the explanation in this video with delegation of authority, and later on I will be moving to what is decentralization of authority. Now, what does the line delegation of authority means? Delegation of authority refers to entrustment. Entrustment means transfer. Of what? Transfer of responsibility and authority. So, delegation of authority means transfer of responsibility and authority. By responsibility, what do we mean? Some kind of work that is assigned to you. And authority means some kind of power given to you. To subordinates from superiors. Now, when the work is assigned to you, when the power is assigned to you, there are two beings. First, a person is involved who is transferring you the authority as well as the work responsibility, and there is one recipient who gets the direction of responsibility and who also gets some powers or authority. So, this entire transfer of delegation, the word delegation means transfer, and transfer of what? Transfer of responsibility, that means some work has to take place, with some transfer of powers. From whom? From superior to his subordinate. That means from those who are placed higher than you, or suppose whoever is in whatever level of management, but his job position is higher than you, he comes in the top part of the job hierarchy, then he can assign his own subordinate some kind of responsibility, and he can assign some kind of authority or power. And creation of accountability of performance. Now, what do you mean by accountability? Accountability means, suppose the superior, out of his work, in formal structure we have done that the decision making body or the management, they actually frame up the job positions. They only are the ones who assign a particular one position at a particular job with some kind of task and powers. Now suppose the superior, by his choice, by considering the performance of his subordinate, immediate subordinate, he tries to transfer some of his workload to his subordinates. So when he is transferring the workload to his subordinate, any person will not like to only get work. Okay, only the transfer of work will not attract. But with work, the superior also gives some kind of power to the subordinate. And the subordinate will enjoy that. They will feel that their work has been recognized. They are actually holding a good reputation in the eyes of their superior, and that is why they are entitled with a special kind of task as well as some power has been assigned to them. But suppose if the subordinate fails, or if the subordinate fails to work as much as efficient that the superior thought him to be, then what will happen? The subordinate is not answerable. He is only answerable to his superior. But it was the superior's part of work that he transferred. So, if any kind of discrepancy occurs, any kind of disturbance in the work performance occurs, who is answerable? The superior is answerable, because it was his work. The work was meant for him to be done, but he transferred on his own risk. So whatever is the consequences, he has to bear by his own. So here the accountability or answerability entirely rests on the superior, who by trust has given the kind of work to his subordinate, transferred the work to his subordinate. It was his work. Now again I am just repeating what is delegation of authority. So delegation means transfer, authority means power. So suppose there is a transfer of power happening, and transfer happens from whom to whom? It happens from a superior to his subordinate. Now the task which the superior is entitled to, a particular work is given to the superior with some powers by the top level management in the formal structure. But suppose he want to concentrate on some other work and he cannot take up the entire workload. What he does, he selects a person who is his subordinate but is effective to do the work. So he transfers a part of his work, that is responsibility, and nobody enjoys only responsibility or workload, so he also assigns him some of his power. So when the superior transfers both responsibility and power, the subordinates feel that they are being recognized, their hard work is being recognized. That's why they are given more workload as well as more power. So they will try to please the superior by doing it effectively. But whatever is the workflow of the subordinate, that is continuously controlled by the superior, because his part of job is being done by the subordinate. If the subordinate does any kind of mistake, who will be responsible or accountable? The superior will be accountable, because the management has not given, the top decision making body has not assigned that particular job for that subordinate. The job role was assigned to his superior. But the superior, in order to reduce his workload, in order to concentrate on some other work, he has shifted the burden of the work and given his power, some parts of his power, to his subordinate, and is continuously supervising the thing but not doing it. So if the subordinate can do the work, it's well and good. The superior will again be pleased by the subordinate, and might be in future the subordinate may be promoted. But if any mistake happens, then the superior is only accountable, because the management has entrusted the particular job to the superior but not to the subordinate.